And I'm asking little bit, that means away from that. You have seen the atmosphere of Somnath Da, Vinod Bihari, and Kinkorda, because they are the staff. So you have seen that interaction also, though you are not close to them because they are the teacher of yours, but you have seen day after day.
I was not their student, but I met while I was in Shantiniketan. I was what they called free student in the sense that I could do whatever. Because I finished
College of Art and
and then I went there. So I was just I went to do learn Bengali and to learn Rabindra Sangeet and to do Kathakali. So I didn't go for painting, but I used to have my little studio in Koshika Babu's quarters,
Okay.
where he gave me one small room and where I used to
Stay.
work. I used to stay in the hostel, but I used to come to work every day
Okay.
and then go for my classes and come back. But because at that time Vinodda was there, Koshikaka took me to Vinodda to meet Vinodda. He took me to meet Kinka Babu and some others also over there. Uh, so as a result, I met them and I was able to sit in their studio and observe.
Anything special occurrence happen when you were meeting with RAMKINKAR BAIJ?
He was his usual.
No, he knows
humorous.
very well. He knows very well that you are the daughter of
Yes,
Baba.
He knew. Yes.
He knew very well.
Very well.
Because Baba gave him the that means the title Kola Kinkor. When that means Padma Bhushan was awarded and it was sent by Baba. He was the representative in Shantiniketan. He never come Delhi after finishing that the very rigorous experience of the Yaksha and Yakshi. He never come back.
Yeah, I remember visiting him with Baba and Amma. We went to see him working on the Yaksha and Yakshi at the Reserve Bank. And he showed us, it was in pieces at that time. So he showed us why the proportion how he had arrived at the proportion of the various levels because it's so high,
21 feet high.
So as a result, that it should not look small on top, it should look in proportion. So he had to create a new proportion to be able to. So he was explaining all that to us, and I was very surprised and I was very, taken in by his manners and his. But he was always just a very friendly, always very open, and a very full of humor. And
any incidents happen regarding that thing?
No incidents. It's just that I was very fortunate to be able to meet him while he was alive and to be able to just observe him working. That is all.
First, you have met with King Korda in Delhi, I think so, when he was doing the Yaksh and Yakshi.
I think so.
With your father or
with my father and my mother. And then after that, when I went to Shantiniketan and not Kulkarnika, Kaushika took me there to meet him. So they were talking amongst themselves, and I was just sitting around and watching them. But I was very happy to be in his aura,
Definitely. That was the atmosphere, real atmosphere of the studio.
And very rural.
The rain is falling in the Shanko Chaudhary's house. You have seen the mud house in Shambati. Not Shambati, it's very near to Shambati, Ratanpolli. Shankoda's house. The rain is falling, dropping. And he asked about Baba to you also, that how he is.
He always did.
Encouraged.
He always did. He always did. Shankoda again was another very outgoing spirit. And for every
for Baba and Shankoda, the Lalit Kala Academy is
exist. And always for Vijaya he would come here and to greet Baba.
Joya Pasani.
Uh,
Okay.
no, Bijoya.
Bijoya. Acha.
On Bijoya, he would come every time to Joya Pasami was, of course,
In your
part of
teacher.
their whole
At the time,
group, no?
your teacher is also Joya Pasani in College of Art.
She had just left, I think.
Birande also.
Birande also had left by then.
Okay.
Midnight.
So at the time of Bijoya, Kaushikda came.
No. At the time of it, Shankuda would come. Shankuda would come every Bijoya. Singing loudly, Happy Bijoya, you know.
Happy Bijoya to
Baba. So that was his, the relationship of the artists at that time was very close.
Very close, yes. Very close. And they are very down to earth also.
Very down to earth and simple living, simple sense of purpose and deeply involved with their art. So they would always be having a lot of conversations amongst themselves. And that was part of the whole joy of that era, because they were all so devoted. Very little socializing has happened later, but a lot of socializing amongst themselves. So it was very full of discussions about the art world, full of discussions about art itself and what was happening in the world of art. I never understood because I was too little, but I know that there were all these discussions and very animated discussions and politics and everything. So it was a very happy period, very happy period of creative kind of involvement. Simple but very deep involvement.
Definitely simple and very deep. I'm asking, when you were the student of Shantiniketan as a casual course, you have interacted with Somnath also, that singly you went to his house or?
Yeah, I mean, singly I didn't do, but he would come to the art department and, be with Kaushik Kaka and everything. And then I had gone across with Baba and with Kaushik Kaka, but largely with Baba when Baba came there. In fact, I had gone to Shantiniketan earlier or later with Baba alone, and not while I was a student, before that, I think. And then is when I saw his house. It was when he built his house that I went to his house and I saw the studio, saw his house. Revati made lunch for us. And it was wonderful. They were all very happy to see each other. They were always very happy to be together.
And when Chandana Di was born, I think it is in Delhi in 1963 or 64, though she was very little, I think so. They came together also with Chandana.
Once in a while, yes. Once in a while. I think not too often it was.
But in Shantiniketan you have met with his daughter.
I did not meet her so often. I did not know her that well. Dillu knew her, Milalini knew her, they were close. She and Milalini were good friends.
Mukherjee, yes.
Yeah, they were good friends. She was much younger to me, so I didn't have any great friendship or know her too well. I met her, but didn't get close to her.
Yes, apart from this, I want to ask you one question about Bimal Das Gupta. He is also your teacher in the College of Art.
He was, yes.
In the foundation, I think so.
I think in foundation.
In the foundation. Any that means interaction you can remember?
No, I was too
And he also came to your house also, I
He
think
used
so.
to come.
Because
He used to come.
East of Koilasur, his studio was there.
No, he used to come, and Baba made it a point to attend every of his exhibitions, and he was very close to Baba also. And Baba and he used to often talk on the telephone, or whenever they met at exhibitions, and so going to exhibitions was a very important activity of each artist. And I remember that with Bimalda, Baba was very sure that he had to go on the first day or second day to Bimalda's exhibition. He would always go for the opening, interact with him.
Shoten Ghoshal also came to your house.
Him I don't remember so.
Because he was the teacher in Calcutta Government Art College, you know very well. But I have seen the works of Shoten Ghoshal in Parliament.
Acha.
So I think he was there. That means when he was here, that means I think there was an automatic interaction, because both are the product of Calcutta Government Art College, and they are very close to each other. I know because Bimal Das Gupta was the classmate of Shoten Ghoshal. That's why, and Bimal Da died accidentally. You know very well in 1995 with the car accident. The full family was so.
It was very sad.
Because at that time Baba was also definitely was acquainted with his death.
Yes. I remember that somebody came to tell Baba, and Baba was very shocked by it. And then he went with that gentleman to the mother's house and whatever, for all the. But my interaction, I don't remember too much about my interaction this was at Kashmiri Gate, when College of Art was there. Kashmir. I started from there.
And then it came
to Birla Pavilion in Pragati Nagar.
And then
from there, then the building was made, and then we came to Tilakmar.
You passed out from Tilakmar?
I passed out from Tilakmar.
But at that time, Baba was not there.
No,
Baba was retired.
Baba had, of course, retired long time back.
Baba was retired, I think so, from Pavilion, Birla Pavilion, I think so, from there.
Baba had retired from Kashmiri Gate itself.
Kashmiri Gate itself?
From the time of Kashmiri Gate, he had retired. And he had gone to Lalit Kala Academy. Then he had joined Lalit Kala. He became secretary of Lalit Kala. He was principal only at Kashmiri Gate. He has written all of this in his autobiography. So the years and
edited by Shanto Datto.
Edited, very well edited by Shanto, because Shantada did a wonderful job of anecdoting, not anecdoting but what's it called? Giving information about what was happening in the art world, or otherwise politically, at the time when Baba is talking, whatever time Baba is talking about in his autobiography. So there is a word for it, I am forgetting, but Shantodatta researched all that and put that information alongside in the next to the text.
And Baba vividly remembered that, means in his 4 years memory also.
No, Baba had his very good memory till almost the end. Even in the end, he had a good memory, but his memory was more long memory than short memory. The only thing that Baba suffered from towards the end was repeating himself. Otherwise, he was very
Because I was so much impressed about that thing. So when he lost his father at the age of 4, and his mother was widow, and how they came from Assam, Dibrugarh to Korimpur, that means in Nadia district. It was, and this vividly described. Very sensitive also. It's not the thing that.
In Baba's own autobiography, what is very remarkable is that there's a great sense of humor in his telling,
Yes.
and a lot of humor on himself. He didn't spare anybody else also, but he could laugh at himself also.
Definitely, because I remember one incident when I show my drawings, and he has given the comments that আঁকা ঝোঁকা চালিয়ে যাও ভবিষ্যৎ উজ্জ্বল দেখতে পাচ্ছি. Not only that, when I criticize about the gurus, তুমি তোমার গুরুকে মনে রেখেছো তো, that was the humorous thing. So তুমি তোমার গুরুকে ভুলে যাওনি তো. So automatically that sounds.
Yeah. He was very, very. He had a great sense of
humor. Definitely. Because at the age of 102 also, he has interacted with the humorous attitude. It is my lifetime experience that I have met with him when he was sitting in that chair.
Yes.
And generally, this painting used to there.
Yes.
And on the back.
We removed it from there because there's too much light on it.
Light, yes.
So, in a deterioration, it has been.
From the conservation point of view, low light is good.
Low light is better. So, it has been. Conserved 1 or 2 times. So it is preferred to keep
it. It is one of my favorite because whenever I saw his exhibition, that means in centenary and 101 years, that was in IFAX.
Yes.
I have that all the photographs you with Baba.
They brought out a brochure at that time also. In that also.
And 1,1,000 rupees, 101, 1,01,000. It was, I have seen that.
But at that time, Baba had, the day before we took Baba, or about 2 days before Baba, we took Baba to IFAX for the show. He had been declared cancer-free. Just after the show, what happened was that, that wasn't the reason for anything else, but at the show, it was very hot, so they, for press interviews, etc., they brought him to the office where the AC was on, and the AC was directly on him. So he got pneumonia after that. Then we discovered that the cancer had also come back. Not because of that, but it just came back on its own. So then that last few months were very painful for him. Very, very, very painful. This was happened in summer.
22nd April was the date of birth.
And then I think
still I can remember the 22nd April.
Yes, 22nd April. It was always an open house in this house. My mother was very keen. It would start from early in the morning. Amarnath Sehgal would make a cake and bring it every 22nd April.
And another person who was very young when Baba was in Lahore, that's Mehra's wife.
Yes.
She was 9 years old when Baba was in Lahore. Mrs. Mehra. I want to learn more about, but Mehraji is, I don't know.
But maybe you can just go back to him.
एक्चुअली किसी ने मेरे को अमिताभ भौमिकता ने बताया तेरे अगेंस्ट में किसी ने कुछ बोला होगा जरूर, इसलिए अदरवाइज ऐसा तो नहीं हो सकती. मेरे को लगता है चाहे वो मेरे को निकल दे, मैं चाहते जो एक बार उनके सामने जाके खड़ा हो जाए. I came,
Uh-huh.
but I have no hesitation to come to your house because I have not done anything wrong. According to my,
Yes, yes, of course.
I have to do that things. I think. What's your opinion about that?
No, no, Baba was very fond of you,
Yeah.
and you used to come and used to work in the studio by yourself for long, long periods of time with great patience. You sort of interacted with all the material.
And I have seen
Mhm.
the 101. He was doing watercolors in
Yes,
upstairs.
yes, yes, he
I've
was,
seen that
he
things.
used to do that. He would somehow work. In fact, your PhD that you did
From Baroda.
from Baroda, or what was it was it that you were working on when you came here?
No, no, no. I am working on Baba's,
Huh?
the BC Sanyal. What was the that things? I forgot that things because it was guided by Shobhan Shom.
Huh?
I forget the lines of them.
Hmm.
And I have compared with Amrita Shergill also
Acha.
because when I proved that things and that means the guy Divan Sundaram was quite annoyed because it has to be proved.
Hmm.
Somehow later or before it has to be proved because I have asked to Baba that when Amrita Shekhar visited your studio that it was very easily seen because Shobhan Shah has written that line অগ্রজ ভবেশের প্রভাব কনিষ্ঠ শেরগিলের ওপরে পড়েছিল নাকি কনিষ্ঠ শেরগিলের প্রভাব অগ্রজ ভবেশের ওপর দ্যাটস end and I have created after that means my research and I have proved side
Baba
by side.
never agreed. Baba never agreed that he had any influence on Amrita Shergill.
Nick, that's why he told me every time that you have to say.
Hmm.
I'm not the person to say, but you have to say
No,
that.
he did not agree with it. He did not agree with that. I asked him. He did not agree with it.
But it happened naturally. Yes.
Whatever, I mean, they were
And
good friends.
Baba's one lack of things is the date and year and the signature also.
Sometimes
It was missing because I saw the periods work of Lahore in the photographs of the magazine or the main newspaper like Indian Express. That Baba's year is not mentioned, just BC Sanyal. That was the main fault.
He was not very particular. He would
Because
do it or not do it. I mean, this
his Harijan girl and Mother's India by Amrita Shekhar is quite that means side by side in 2002. I have written that article on Statesman.
This was
Sanyal and Shergill. Still, I can remember
this
that.
painting was done in when we came from Lahore, and we stayed at my grandmother's house. And this is in
You born in Lahore?
I'm born in Lahore. I'm born in Delhi, but
Okay.
I was taken to Lahore.
Okay.
And then
Your year of birth is
45.
45.
And then 47 we came
Yes.
here.
Definitely.
So that is my tricycle, and that is my mother's book and her dupatta.
Yes. On the chair.
And that on the chair, because she was always reading. She was always she was a great reader. And that cap hanging from the ceiling is my grandfather's solar cap.
Okay.
Which was hanging upside down because he was a government official in the British times.
Yes. I know.
So this is the housing where in Havelock Square, where my grandfather was given a quarter. So we came and took refuge with them.
Okay.
We stayed with them for almost a year or more. And so that was the house I have grown up in. This
That house. And you have any memory regarding Shamarendranath Gupta when Baba was the vice principal and Shamarendra Gupta was the principal of Lahore Neo School
I
of
have
Art?
no
You have no memory.
No, nothing. I wasn't born. He wasn't married. He was. So that is too long ago.
Yes.
I have brought it out in my talk that I gave for the Jatindas lectures, that he
Okay.
organizes every month. I have given a talk about Baba. So in that I have brought out, but it is all in his autobiography. In his autobiography, every epoch is clearly marked. Though he went back and forth in time,
Yes.
but in his writing, but the epochs are Calcutta is clearly marked, Lahore is clearly marked, Delhi is clearly marked. So uh, you can always refer
Definitely.
back to that.
But
I think it's very lucky that he wrote that biography
definitely,
because
and it is just like a painting. That
it's,
means
yes,
it's a scroll painting. Like you can
yes,
see
yeah, yeah,
stage by stage. That means.
stage by stage.
The last question I want to ask you: you have any collection or Baba's collection of Somnath Das work? I want to take the photograph. No,
I don't have.
you don't have. Thanks a lot for giving me the chance to share that experience.
No, I'm sorry, I'm not able to help you out too much.
No, no,
but
no. That's because it's my 20 years long back work research on Somnath Da. Because I have written the first article on Somnath Da, I think 2006 after his death.
Okay.
And it's very bad that I have not met with Somnath Da because I left Shantiniketan just after one day class of master degree. I came here Delhi and that was the plus point that I met Baba. Because for only for the politics I left Delhi. I left Calcutta, that means Shantiniketan.
Okay.
Nothing else. Only for the politics I came Delhi. And it was very good for me, at least saved from the politics.
Yes, yes.
Because there is no time here, not the someone's, that means they have to discuss that things. Instead of doing that things, they have to earn more. That things. That's the last point of this city. Thank you, Didi. Thanks a lot.
Not at all, not at all.